Hey guys, how's it going? This is Alan with Bent on Fantasy Football.
And this is Josh with Bent on Fantasy Football.
All right, we wanted to kind of skip the intro this week. We're going to have a really brief show tonight, but we want to talk about a couple key things. Let's jump right into our drinks, okay? Why don't you go ahead and go first?
Okay, I'm going to go first. Draft grades are in. So we had our draft a couple nights ago, and I'm really happy with my team.
Okay, and I'm not, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. And this kind of also leads into it as well. Ouch. Yeah, so I will make this extremely brief because I don't want to dwell on this. It's kind of a negative thing. We had an incident, or a few incidents actually, during the night of our draft, which was kind of distracting for me. I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying that it did take away from my draft. So I wound up at one point drafting more than one team at the very end, and actually more than a couple. Then I had somebody on the phone also, so I was trying to do like 4 or 5 different things at the same time along with drafting my team. And so anyway, that's what the ouch is for, and I don't want to necessarily dwell on it, like I said, but certain things shouldn't happen at drafts, and this is probably the worst draft I've had. This is also what's got me bent, by the way. This is probably the worst draft that I've ever had, or one of the worst drafts I've ever had.
I would say one of the worst, at least for me. Yeah. Well, the worst for me. Yeah.
And this is my first year as commissioner on this league, so and I've been in this league for quite a while, so it's like I feel so bad because it was out of my control. But anyway, enough of that. I don't want to dwell on it. I want to move forward. So that's what's got me bent, and that's what this label's about. So let's pop open these.
Okay.
So sit back, pop open a cold one.
Enjoy the show. So what's got me bent this week? I don't know if you've heard, but Deion Sanders, now Hall of Fame cornerback, right? Arrogant jerk, a lot of people would say, as a person in general, right?
Yep.
So this week, the Colorado football team, the college football team, who he's the coach of, blacklisted a sporting news journalist because they didn't like the criticism that in the questions that he was asking Deion. And you look at some of the questions, and it's just asinine. Grow a backbone, Deion.
Yeah, I've not been a Deion Sanders fan in forever, so
yeah.
I'm not even going to comment on it, but I understand why it would have you been.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Oh, and college football season starts tomorrow. I know. Alan's excited about that.
That was what was going to have me bent next week. Dang it. All right, no. College football is a necessity for some players.
Yes.
They're not future bearers. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about our draft that we had this week. We're gonna kind of run through some things. And again, I'm not real happy with my team, but I'm never a say never guy. So I'm actually going to make some moves. I'm looking at some trades. I'm opening up my entire roster right now for trades. I want to make some big time changes before the season starts, and I'll keep you updated on what those are because I'm doing something. I don't know what yet, but I'm doing something.
Okay.
And Josh, you feel pretty good about your draft.
Oh, I feel damn good about my draft, man.
You did have a good draft. I did see that.
Oh, I know.
In between everything else, but I did see that. So let's talk about your team a little bit.
My team is absolutely stacked, I think. I drafted 7 running backs. I only have 4 wide receivers, but I have 3 number 1 receivers. And
that's some good talent.
I really like that. I got Anthony Richardson. I picked him up, I think, in the 8th.
And like 17 running backs. And
yeah, I got McBride, who I think Anthony Richardson and Trey McBride could have the potential to be the number 1 quarterback and tight end this year. Okay.
What else you got?
I got a huge bench, guys. I did get Chubb like in the 10th round, which I was pretty happy about. Shut up.
That had nothing to do with the draft.
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Your team.
I got Chubb. I picked Zeke, I think 12 or 13. Gus Edwards, he went late. Chase Brown, he went late. And then I picked up Blake Corum because if anything happens to my number 1, Kyron, he's going to step in and be the number 1 in I always want to say St. Louis, but in LA. So yep. I'm very happy with my team.
It's funny you say that because the other day I almost said the LA Raiders, and I was like, wait a minute, no, hold on,
yeah.
Rams. No, wait, hold on. Timeout. What was it again?
Oakland or
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or Las Vegas or
yeah, whatever. But anyway, No, it does sound like you have a pretty good team across the board. I'm a little, I don't know, your bench is a little weak in my opinion.
I wish I would have taken one more receiver. I usually like to go running back heavy, but I went 7 and 4 for running backs receivers. Maybe 6 and 5 would have done me better, but I was looking at receivers and I was looking at guys going late like Chubb and Chase Brown and Gus Edwards. I couldn't pass on them.
Now, I'm not going to talk too much about my draft strategy because I have another draft coming up with some people that may or may not be watching. They better be watching. So just in case, I don't want to give away too much, but I do want to talk about your strategy going in. And what was going through your mind a little bit as far as like, you know, which way did you want to go? You had the number 4 pick overall.
I had the number 4 pick overall. I had a few guys in mind. I thought CeeDee Lamb might have made it back to me. He didn't. I thought Tyreek Hill would have gone number 3. I ended up getting him at number 4.
Yeah.
I really wanted Bijan Robinson though, because I thought, CMC, Lamb, and Hill would be gone. But the guy right before me, Mark sniped him. I think I'm really high on Bijan this year, but I'm happy to get Hill. He's a burner. I mean, he can have 50-point games like no one.
Yeah, and
you got his quarterback, so when I play against you, that's going to handicap you a lot.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe.
Because, Hill might just open up things for Waddle or anybody else on the team that isn't.
Yeah, so I wanted to go. I wanted to go running back heavy from the beginning, but I couldn't because my first running back was gone.
Well, even with that, Hill is hard to pass up at that point.
Oh, I couldn't pass up Tyreek at that point.
Because you've got three quality wide receivers right now that are not active.
Yeah.
So you really need to kind of bide your time when it comes down, or bide your picks, I should say, when you're at the beginning of the lineup.
And Cincinnati's got 2 of them.
normally you would be running back heavy wouldn't be a big issue, right? Right. There's a lot of wide receivers out there, but when you take the 3 of the top talents off of the board, that tightens things up at wide receiver quite a bit.
Absolutely. So coming back down, I'm surprised Kyron was available in the second round. I got him in the second round, and Devontae Adams in the third. I don't know why he's going so low, guys. Well, I had to get him.
I think that's another thing where, wide receivers start getting thin real quick. People jump over to running back. So that's why some of your quality wide receivers you might find 3rd, 4th round, maybe even 5th round if you're really lucky.
I don't think I took my second running back, Devin Singletary, till round 5 because round 4 again, Michael Pittman Jr. was there, and I love Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah, so I'm not basing this. I'm basing this just off of our draft alone. So kind of think about your scoring and how that works. If you haven't done your draft yet, if you have done your draft though, you're one of our new viewers or one of our old viewers, whatever the case may be. Let us know. Let us know how your draft went. Put it down in the comments. We want you guys to like, subscribe, and share. So let's get some opinions. And let's find out what everybody liked and what their thought process behind the draft was. So
yeah, and with with our draft, for example, I went in with a strategy, and then like every other draft, pretty much, you throw that strategy out the window.
Yeah.
I go with best available player. That's why I ended up with 7 running backs.
Yeah, and I try to do that too, but at some point, and I got myself into a little bind this year, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But at some point, you gotta kind of look at it and go, all right, there's variables there. You may have the best player on the board in front of you, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's in your best interest to pick that person up. Okay, and the reason I say that is because I got myself in a little bind this year. I have a lot of players that have a bye on week 14.
Okay.
So that's one of the things I need to work on. But the nice thing is they're quality players, but it's also a double-edged sword. They may be quality players, but which are good for trades. But also, if I keep them, I've got a pretty rough week that week.
And here's the thing with bye weeks. I never look at bye weeks going into the draft. Don't give yourself a handicap right off the bat. Don't worry about bye weeks until the bye weeks are there.
I disagree. Now, in this case, it worked out okay for me because it's week 14 on one side, but on the other side, also it's the last week of the regular season, too.
Yeah.
So,
but you'll be 13-0 though, so it doesn't matter. You can just...
It's true. I'll probably have like a 6-game lead on everybody.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Are we in the same division?
We are.
Oh, wow. So I have a 6-game lead on you. Well, actually, 7 on you and whoever's ahead of you.
Yeah, I'll be at the bottom.
The other 2 that are ahead of you.
Yeah, with my team, I'll be at the bottom.
So, yeah. Anyway, probably with my team. But like I said, I'm changing that. So, just a quick rundown of my team.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the cliff notes, the best part of my team, and we'll run from there. So I've got my quarterback. I've got Tua Tagovailoa.
Good.
All right.
Good job. Good boy.
And then I've got Joe Mixon. This is in no particular order, just by position. I got Jonathan Taylor, Garrett Wilson, and Mark Andrews. Now I got Wilson
That's
first.
a pretty solid core, man. Yeah, you took. I assume you took Jonathan Taylor first, didn't you?
No, I took Garrett Wilson first and Taylor second.
Oh, because you were at the
I
end.
was
You
number
wrap
10.
around. Okay.
Yep, I was number 10.
I guess it really doesn't matter at this point.
So
which,
I want to get a little balance there, just because I've seen a lot of talent go off early, and I hate the 10th pick overall and first pick overall.
yeah.
For just that reason, you see a lot of talent go off before it comes back to you. So
Absolutely, you do.
yeah, I not used to that. I'm used to being somewhere in the middle. My average draft pick is right around 4.8, I think, over the years. So I'm used to being right pretty close to the middle. But 10th kind of hurt me a little bit. So got those two on the up and the down in the first round and the second round, and then got Mixon in the third round, and then I got Andrews in the fourth round. So I had a little bit of a balance to my team. I got 2 starting running backs, and I got 1 wide receiver. Now from there, it was all wide receiver for a while.
It was. It was.
And at the end of the draft, and again, I'm not pointing back to anything, excuses or not. I picked my team, and it's my fault, and it's something, like I said, I'm going to fix. But the end of the draft was horrible for me. I only have 1 quarterback, no backup quarterback, which is fine. I'm working on running that right now. I've got trade offers out there, so I'm gonna strengthen my team through trade if I can. And if you guys that are on our league that are watching, hit me up for trades. We'll talk about it on the show.
Hit us both up for trades, man.
Yeah,
nobody on our team is untradeable.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody on my team is up for trade if you've got the right answer for it. So
Right.
And we even talked about a couple trades ourselves too. So let's get the trading active, and let's get going on it this year. I'm not going to talk about the rest of my team because, like I said, it's mid to low for the rest of the way.
Yes.
That's the highlights of it, but
Plus, we wanted to make this week sweet and short.
Right,
short
right.
and sweet.
So yeah, we've anything else that you want to talk about as far as from the draft? Again, kind of stay away from the obvious, the elephant in the room.
No. I mean, just have a strategy, even though it's probably going to get dismantled. But
Yeah.
Have an idea. Have an idea. Make your own ranking sheets. I do that every year, and I print it out. And
Yep. Just kind of go by your instincts too, and you guys have drafted with most of the leagues that you're on. You've drafted with people before multiple times or whatever, so you kind of know that. So take that into consideration while you're drafting, and think about who's drafting before and after you, and what could be coming up. So that's the best advice I can give you.
Yeah.
And Josh says don't listen or don't think about bye weeks. I say he's wrong. Look at it real close and just make sure you're doing the right thing, because there may be a hidden gem out there that you can see. But we're not going to argue about that. It's for another show. It's another show.
will you agree with me when I say Shefty is pretty much his word is God, right? Adam Schefter.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I had Anthony Richardson ranked as my number.
Second to God. Go ahead.
Yes, I had Anthony Richardson ranked as my number 2 quarterback overall. I had him behind Lamar. In the ESPN Professional Fantasy League fantasy draft they did the other night live on ESPN, he took Anthony Richardson as the first quarterback off the board, and that may have pushed me over the edge just a little bit for him.
I don't agree with that. Adam Schefter is good, but I don't agree with that. I think Anthony Richardson is going to be a good quarterback this year. And again, I'm not giving away my draft strategy or anything like that, but
What draft strategy?
well, I've got a draft coming up on Sunday, and this time I'm actually going to plan for it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So that's why.
Is it going to start on time, unlike
I'm
ours?
hoping our viewers will tell us. Shut up. I hope our viewers are going to tell me, what the best plan is in the comments down below when they like, subscribe, and share. So.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, so I'm not going to give a whole lot away, but I will say that I do like Anthony Richardson as a
Top 5, would you say?
A top-notch quarterback this year.
Okay.
Maybe top 5. It depends. I think there's going to be some surprises this year, and then some big disappointments. So he may end up I'll say top 5 to I'll stretch it out to 10. Top 5 to 10. Okay.
Okay.
For somebody who missed last season, I think that's pretty good. That's one of the things that's holding me back on him.
Okay.
But anyway, I guess we're just gonna hook up with you guys next week. We're gonna try to get the show done maybe earlier in the week next week, so that we can get it out to you sooner. We do want to get a couple more shows ahead of week 1.
Week 1 Thursday. That game is going to be amazing.
Oh, we have one thing we have to do though still.
Oh god.
Womp.
Womp. All right, let's do it.
All right, so let's get this done. I know it's hard to see there. We'll fix that next week, but we're gonna spin the wheel. Go ahead, Josh.
All right, I'll pick one here.
Yeah, go ahead and take that one. What does it say?
Same as.
So that'd be the same as this one. So
Okay, so do it.
Yep. Same as
This one.
Yep. What is this?
Cherry bomb.
Cherry bomb. Cherry bomb. Oh, I got it. I know what it is.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me drink a cherry bomb?
No. Here. I'll show you what. Give me just a second.
God, I don't even want to know, guys.
What that means. So I don't know how much you guys know about cherry bombs if you're viewers out there, but this is a little thing that we like to call Everclear. Well, I'll show you that.
Oh my god, no way.
This is a thing we talk about. It's called Everclear, right? So a cherry bomb. Are you familiar, Josh?
Yeah, you're gonna make me drink it?
No.
Okay, good.
It's not a drink. It's not a drink. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this Everclear. I'm gonna pour it into a mason jar, okay? And then that mason jar, I'm gonna throw cherries in, okay?
Okay.
Now that's gonna sit
Oh,
there.
we can eat those cherries.
When it's gonna sit there, and we're gonna make our predictions for the week. Now, when we make our predictions, if we're wrong, cherry bomb comes out, goes in the mouth.
Okay, I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add a little spice and rocket fuel to the show
Is
this
that what
year.
it says? Rocket fuel?
No, it should though.
Oh yeah, 190 proof. Holy cow.
Yeah, only 95% alcohol by volume though.
Yeah. Yeah, these beers are like 3, so
Right,
yeah.
Perfect. So just so you guys know, that's what's coming up. Next week, I'm going to try to have all that together for you. I have half of it right here. We're going to work on getting the rest of it and put that together for the show. So we have got to get out of here, though, because I have got some stuff I've got to get done tonight. Otherwise, I will get beat up. So, Josh,
So
anything else?
besides that, I mean, if your friends, family aren't watching, tell them to get
Bent on fantasy football. Talk to you guys next week.